What's up guys, this is Chronic Rush and welcome to episode 14 of my FIFA 14 Road to Brazil series. Basically what this series is a traditional Road to Gold with my own slight twist on it. We're going to start off with a silver non-rare base standard Brazilian squad. Go and check out episode 1 for that. And then we upgrade the players depending on the results of the games we play. In the episodes win, obviously we upgrade, lose, we have to downgrade. So guys, that's the team we are currently using. You can see on the screen, we've only got 2 silver rare players still into the team until we can move on to the gold rare players. We have to get rid of all of them. So obviously we're going to go for Firmino to go and swap out with Leonardo the cam. But the squad's looking very, very solid indeed. Just going to do a bit of club maintenance. And we started off kind of slow into the gold non-rare players. But now we've got a nice old solid team going on. We seem to get in some wins in there. As you can see there, we've played 40 games. I think we've won quite a few. We've won a lot more compared to them we've lost, which is always nice to see. Having, shall I say, a positive win-loss ratio is always nice. But we're slowly getting into this game. It took some time to choose the right kits here. And we eventually find the kits we want to use, and we're going to go and come up against this team here. You're going to see up on the screen. Obviously playing for Firmino to go and swap out for our cam. And we come against a French Ligue 1 team. Falcao, Cavani up top. So very, very pacey centre-backs. And you've also got the international man of the match, Ochoa, in goal, who's a very, very good, solid keeper on FIFA. I've used him before. Not that card precisely, but I've used his inform card. But we're going to start off with the scoring here over the top ball. God knows what was going on from that. I literally was just singing and praising him for being a good keeper, and then he just fucks up there. But we go and put one in the back of the net. We then go and put a second one. AFC, should I say, away from the controller there. But that made it 2-0. Then moving to the 74th minute, and this game really should have been mine. But he goes and brings one back in the 74th minute, and then he goes and makes it 2-2 in the 81st minute, both from headers. And that's what I feel is a weak side when I come against some of the stronger teams, especially for some very, very good solid centre-backs. I always concede headers. But Leonardo doing some fantastic work, and he's actually going to work his way out of the team from that very, very good run down the left flank. Getting taken out in the box. It was a definite penalty. And we just had to wait for Douglas Costa to go and smash us in the back of the net, which I believe he does. As you can see here, he just completely takes me out. I'm not too sure why I had to make that challenge, because yes, I was running down on the keeper, but I didn't have too many options. The only option I was going to have was A, smash it, or B, it was going to have to be a cross in and hope for the best. But that late on in the game, we're going to pick up a penalty, and we're just going to slot it in. A nice casual penalty to the right-hand side. I was really, really scared when I saw that go into the yellow. But thank God it didn't go too high. But that was the end result, 3-2 there. That means we've won. That means we can go and upgrade to Firmino in the left side cam position. As you can see, they had a lot more possession than him. 2 shots on target more than him. So I did probably deserve that, especially being 2-0 up. And he coming back to make that 2-2 was extremely frustrating. But as you can see, we're going to swap out the players. And as you can see, 41 games played, 29 won, 12 lost, which is not a bad record playing with some of the silver non-rare players against some of the very, very solid teams. But as you can see there, we're going to go and move on to the final player. We need to upgrade Jobson. Jobson's been from the very start of the silver non-rare players and is now going to be one of the very last ones to leave the team. He's a fantastic player up top. Definitely worth the coins I bought him for. When I bought him, I thought I bought him overpriced. 20, 30k. His price is now just doubled, and it's ridiculous. But as you can see, we're now going to go in for Wellington to go and put up top, and we're going to slowly get into this game here. Took some time to find an opponent. I think I lagged out a bit there, but we do eventually find an opponent here. This team, again, like I said, I'm getting more used to it. I really, really like the 4-2-3-1 on FIFA. Seems to work fantastic with my play style, and I really like the addition of the ones where you can have the right mid and the left mid in the in a formation, which I think I'm going to be using for the gold rare team, which hopefully we should be able to get some of the gold rare players into this team if we go and win this game. But we come against Tramps United, and he's going to have a Bundesliga team with some of the very, very strong, powerful players in the Bundesliga, and quite a cheap team, to be fair. Lewandowski, Aubameyang, Draxler, Blazikowski, Elia, Gustavo, Naldo, Boateng, Piszczek. Some very, very solid players indeed. And Aubameyang here is going to get... I thought I got a nice block on there, but he finds a nice ball into Blazikowski. Doing some nice work there, and I really should have got rid of that ball. Blazikowski somehow picked that up, and he's going to slot that past the keeper to go and make that 1-0. Douglas Costa getting pulled back, but he's going to carry on sprinting into the box, and he's just going to hit this. Thank God we got a rebound into the path of Robert Firmino, who's going to go and tuck that in to go and make that 1-1. Then moving to the 27th minute here, pick the ball up in the middle, find a nice ball into Jobson, our man, and he's going to find a lovely over-the-top ball into Edison, who's just going to thump this. Second time lucky into the back of the net to go and make that 2-1. We then move into the 37th minute, and look at that for an absolute strike. I believe that from Lewandowski there to go and make that 2-2. I kind of ballsed up in the defensive work there. I really shouldn't have given him that opportunity. But again, we're picking the ball up in midfield with Fernandinho. See the run of our friend Jobson, who's just going to tuck that over the top of the keeper. He brought his keeper out into no man's land, and I'm just going to chip that over the top of him to go and make that 3-2. We then go and put the nail in the coffin to go and make that 4-2 in the 63rd minute. This guy wasn't finished. 74th minute, over the top ball into Lewandowski. I hate playing against Lewandowski. He is so strong up front in FIFA. But we ended up winning 4-3. Final scoreline. We had a bit more possession than him. More than double shots on target than him. So probably deserved that win. I was kind of frustrated I didn't get as many in the back of the net. But I'm not going to complain. We did go out and end up winning that game. That means we've now got a full gold non-red team, swapping out Jobson for Wellington. Obviously, Wellington used to be a gold rare player in FIFA 13, I think it was, and a very, very good gold gold rare player. Very, very strong indeed. We're now going to be moving on to the gold rare players. And as you can see, the first player we're going to go for is Miranda, the Atletico Madrid centre-back. He is a very, very good, strong candidate. Quite cheap as well to go and fill in that centre-back position. And I thought centre-back needed upgrading slightly. I was probably going to swap out Marquinhos. But we come against Jetto FC. Come against this BPL team with some odd players, Arnautovic and Pinar, left and right side. But the other ones are normal, common players you see. Vertonghen Company, Richards, Baines, Czech. That's a very, very good, strong defensive line. And then you've got Costa up front and players like that. But 37th minute here, I was just giving him too much time. I really should have been closing down a bit more. He was playing it around quite a bit, Gerrard here, and I kind of got a bit impatient, should I say. I should have closed him down in the midfield, and then the defence I should have held him off, but I didn't do that and left myself vulnerable for the over-the-top ball. And I did the same here, sprinting out. As you can see, Danlino, I'm just trying to sprint and try and get that ball back. Really should have done better. Got completely sold by that fake there, and Costa's going to put that in the back of the net to go and make that 2-0. Moving to the second half, 55th minute here, Pinar. And again, this is where I should have closed him down. Look at the amount of players I have behind the ball. Unfortunately, I've got no idea what I was trying there, and he's going to go and tuck that past the keeper to go and make that 3-0. We then go and get a consolation goal in the 63rd minute from a header, but it doesn't look like we're going to get back into this game just because this guy was very, very strong defensively. And it's quite frustrating, but Wellington here picks the ball up from a dodgy goal kick, and he's actually going to pull it past the keeper. So that's 3-2 in the 79th minute. We've definitely got a chance. 85th minute here. Mate, you need some luck when you're doing something like this. Look, what the fuck is that? Like, I'm just not going to complain about that. That's just complete FIFA AIDS. But that's gone in the back of the net, and it's kind of annoying because I play seasons for this. I used to play single player. Now I went into seasons. If you draw, I kind of have to replay the game. So I was trying so much for the win. Unfortunately, he then actually goes and picks up the win. As you can see there, he probably deserved it. A lot more shots on target. 2 more shots on target. A lot more possession. And the final score was 4-3 in favour of him. So that means we're going to have to downgrade the player we're going to upgrade, which I said was going to be Marquinhos. I think it was. We're going to swap out. I wasn't too bothered about that. That's why I went from the centre-back, because I knew if I'd lost, I can just swap him down to one of the... I've got Carnu and I've got... who's the other one? I've got Carnu and Felipe. Both 2 very, very solid silver centre-backs. So I wasn't too bothered. But guys, it's come to the end of the episode. If you like, so remember that like button. Also remember to subscribe, stay tuned to the series. And any feedback in the comments would be much appreciated. Guys, this has been Crush. Till next time, adios.